Good to have you on the show. Weekend Sport on Trust TV. Adini Shafe. Well, the D-Day is here for the President Federations Cup in Nigeria that will be coming up in Lagos. Babalaji Johnson Arena is the place to be, where the four teams will be fighting for honors today. By 1 p.m., Nigeria Tels will be facing Rivers Angels, while Abia Warriors will be facing El Kanemi Warriors by 4 p.m. for the final of the President Federations Cup, the oldest trophy in Nigeria. Well, we'll be bringing that to you as the show actually continues. But right now, we'll be looking at the week, what happened during the week, and a lot of issues that have to do with sport. But we'll be starting with the biggest one that happened just yesterday. A good news for Nigeria, because our star girl, Tobi Express, has been cleared by a court of arbitration for sport for the fact that the whereabout failure that was instituted against her, coming from what Athletics and WADA, has been cleared by court of arbitration for sport. So Tobi right now can actually run or compete for Nigeria at the Olympics. Tobi Amusan has been cleared of doping charges set for Paris Olympics. That was the biggest news that came in yesterday. And it's a jubilation one, because at least Nigerians are really very happy for the fact that that news came handy for them to get it clear that our star girl has been cleared. Congrats to Tobi Amusan for being, after all that happened concerning her career between 2023 and 2024, yet she didn't give up. She has been trying her best to see how she can do well in this particular sport of 100-meter hurdles. Well, for Tobi Amusan, really, she deserved that particular accolade and support from Nigeria. Well, the statement issued by Court of Arbitration for Sports, where we have that on the screen there. Well, according to the media released by CAS yesterday, well, for the fact that it was done over there in Lausanne, Switzerland, the Court of Arbitration for Sport has dismissed the appeal filed by World Athletics and by the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA. Again, the decision issued on 17 August 2023, the challenge decision by the World Athletics Disciplinary Tribunal in relation to the hurdler Oluwatobiloba Amusan, Nigeria. Well, according to the challenge decision, in which the WADT considered that Tobi Amusan did not violate Rule 2.4 of the WA anti-doping rules, and also under no period of ineligibility should be imposed on the athlete, is confirmed. The athletes were initially charged with committing an anti-doping rule violation, ADRV, under Rule 2.4. That's following the three alleged whereabout failure within a 12-month period in their respective appeal to CAS. WA and WADA had sought the imposition of a 2-year period of ineligibility. The CAS panel held a hearing on 19 January 2024. Having deliberated, the CAS panel has issued its decision today, that was yesterday, dismissing both appeals. The CAS panel unanimously acknowledged that the athletes committed two failures, but did not confirm the existence of a mixed test alleged by WA, that's World Athletics, and WADA, which have been the third whereabout failure committed within a 12-month period. Accordingly, the CAS panel concluded that the athlete did not commit an ADRV and that the challenge decision should be confirmed. Well, at least that's a very cheering news coming from CAS. Right now, Tobi Amusan will compete for Nigeria at the Olympics, and it's a very, very cheering one, because all Nigerians were hoping and waiting for this, and now that the coast is clear, our star girl, Tobi Express, will be at least competing for us at the Olympics, and congrats to her for being able to triumph in that court case against the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Well, while we're talking about that, our guest is also joining us from Kaduna there. Okay, so right now we still continue with our show, waiting. Okay, Joseph Peter is here to talk with us. Cheering news coming from Switzerland, Joseph, concerning Tobi Amusan for being able to get the clearance that compete at the Paris Olympics.
Yeah, first of all, I like to say I like how you call her Tobi Express. It's really like, she's really an expert, when it comes to speed. And this is a great news. When you are, competing for Nigeria as an athlete, and you have a spearhead as Tobi Amusan, you will be very much motivated. So for her to be available for that competition is actually a great thing and a great motivation, I would say, not just for herself, but for those that are behind watching her, those that are even competing alongside her in order to make Nigeria great. So it's a good development. We're happy for her. We're happy as a country, also for ourselves, because would have missed her a lot if she was not going to make it. But like it has been confirmed, she was supposed to, miss three ineligibility or something like that. Was supposed to be missing three times, but it's like it was just twice, and they found it, they found out that she is not guilty of whatever they are accusing her of, and she has been cleared. And it's great news for the country, and so great news for Tobi Amusan. Right now, she can just put her head and focus, because as an athlete, even in the pinnacle of success, things get thrown at you. I believe this is just one of them. You look at how it has been for her. The year 2023 has not really been favorable, and a lot of problems around her. But right now, I think she has the clarity now that she needs. She's with a clear head. I'm sure after yesterday's news, everything will be in the past, and then she will refocus and kind of try her best to bring glory for and clear the podium. Hopefully, Nigeria gets to clear many podiums from the Paris Olympics 2024.
Well, we're talking concerning Tobi Amusan there, taking the last leg of the 4x100 meter relay at the CAA Championship in Douala, Cameroon. And that's a cheering one, really, for Tobi Amusan and the entire country, for the fact that he has been cleared to run at the Olympics after all the court cases instituted against her, according to the whereabout failures coming from WA, that's World Athletics and WADA. Well, congrats to Tobi, congrats on Nigerians. Hopefully, she will do us proud at the Olympics there. After all, she came against all odds to actually shake the whole world after that issue came up. Well, right now, for the fact that this has been cleared now, at least the coast is cleared, Joseph, and we are happy that we have our lady back who will be competing and making us proud over there in France. Well, still talking about the week, what happened during the week, and now we look at another one, Team Nigeria. Well, for the fact that we went to the competition that took place in Cameroon, our team performance, Team Nigeria performance at the Confederation of African Football, Africa Athletics Championship. We're looking at that quickly. Tobi Amusan was also part of 4x100 meter, the one you just saw that clip there, and different athletes that competed, all of them fighting hard to see how we could win that's medals there, and we're able to go home with 15 medals, 5 gold medals. That's a good one coming from the likes of Chukwuebuka Nekwechi, the man there, and also not forgetting a number for winning gold in discus. The team Nigeria, they tried their best, but they came third behind South Africa and also Kenya. Kenya came first, topping that group. And right now, Nigeria came third. But at least at the end of the day, we're able to win 15 medals at the championship, where Team Nigeria from there right now preparing for the Olympics. Now, talking about this, our Team Nigerian performance, even though we know that if we have been able to compete in like 100 meter hurdles, 100 and 200 meters, winning those races could have fetched us about 4 gold medals. But beside that, we're still able to at least get 15 medals in all at the championship.
Yeah, it's not exactly doomed. To be third is not a bad thing. To be third is a part of a celebration, because the hierarchy goes from first, second, and third. Yeah, we would have been the first if we had those other races, participated in the other races, but we didn't. And then the little that they had, or the limited, you would say that they had, they used it very well and were able to win up to 15 gold medals. That's something. That's something very, very great for me. I'm okay with that. Yeah, you may want to say, okay, fine, we should come first or second. We wouldn't turn that down, but even third is good for me, and it's a good preparation ground for them to focus and go to the Paris Olympic and re-strategize and do it better on a better platform and a better podium.
Well, we've been talking concerning Team Nigerian performance. Just to review the week for what happened, at least at the end of the day, we're able to go with 15 medals in all. Well, for gold medalists, the likes of Nekwechi, 4x100 meter relay women, and 4x400 meter relay women also won gold for Nigeria. Congrats to all of them, Team Nigeria, for doing us proud. And right now, they are preparing ahead of the Olympics. The campaign is beginning across Nigeria in different locations now. All athletes are back to ready to see how they will do well at Paris Olympic there. Still looking at the week, what happened during the week. Another news filtered in concerning Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman voted Atalanta Player of the Year for the second time in a row. And that's a good one for the fact that you saw what this player has actually done for that club since he joined them. It has been a roller coaster for him, and now he has been voted Atalanta Player of the Season. Right now, we saw what happened during the finals of the competition, UEFA Euro Championship, Europa Cup, where they were able to at least shock against every other team. They did that well, and he scored a hat-trick in the finals. Ademola gets into be voted as the Player of the Year for the second time in a row. That's a big one, right?
That's a very big one. It's obvious that he is the one who should get the choice. Considering what he did in the UEFA Cup final against Liverpool, 3 goals. Then it's not just so easy. It was fantastic. He has been great, not just in that game. Honestly, in all seasons he has been scoring goals, creating chances. He has been dazzling, sparkling in the forward of Atalanta, and he has been the shining light and leading the forward when it comes to attacking. So he deserves every accolade he's getting, and I hope he gets a better season next year and even do better in that position, or even maybe in a better club or a bigger club. But I'm really happy for Ademola Lookman, and I hope that he gets to continue to improve, and do much more than he has been doing or he has done so far. To have won the competition he won for Atlanta is something very, very rare, and something that we hardly see from Africans. And when you talk about Italy and the amount of racism that exists there, you must have done a lot. You must have done a whole lot more than others for you to be considered and be given the stand of award. Same what his counterpart Osimhen did in Napoli. Yes, he didn't get that particular award. It was given to Ravashalia. So in his own case, it's not like that because he has no competitor. In the team, he's the best and simply the best, and I'm happy for him. And we hope that he gets to replicate this coming season, and not just this coming season, but also for the Nigerian Super League.
Ademola Lookman for being able to win back-to-back Atlanta Player of the Year. Right now, he has actually edged his name is gold. And don't forget that we used to have a Nigerian there too. Then Simi Odile Makiwa play for Atalanta. Well, for the man of the moment, Ademola Lookman, hopefully will continue to do well. A lot of transfer targets coming from different clubs, Juventus, Saudi Arabia, for the Nigerian player. Well, we wish him the best there. Still looking at the week, what happened? Well, our under-19 ladies actually did us proud about the AFCON when it comes to beach volleyball. They did well. They were able to win gold against all odds against a Moroccan team that who have everything to be able to run when it comes to playing volleyball. But Nigeria under-19 women triumphed. They won the competition there, beating them 2-0. And congrats to Team Nigeria for volleyball now being able to win the under-19, while the men won bronze medal in their own category. And this is a good one for the fact that we have another set of Nigeria doing well in beach volleyball. Joseph.
This country is kind of, great, and I imagine sometimes a lot of things seem to be going wrong politically, but then when it comes to sports, a lot of bright stars, a lot of, good people, you see our sportsmen doing good here and there. You go to athletics, you go to boxing, you come to beach soccer, a lot of competitions, and this is another one that we have to celebrate also, and we're happy for them, we're happy as Nigerians, and we congratulate them for the kind of representation they and their counterparts are giving this country. And despite all the odds against all odds, Nigerians are doing well in sports in any angle. That's just great. And I hope this kind of love, with this kind of maybe aura or this kind of mentality gets to be transferred to the footballing side for the senior national team also, so that they can pick up and join the rest of the other sports that are doing well, so that we would have a complete round joy and happiness coming from our sport. And congratulations to the volleyball team for what they have.
Well, we're talking about Team Nigeria there, the under-19 volleyball team. They were able to win gold against Morocco, and we just have to celebrate them. During the week, giving you the review of all that actually happened during this week. And right now, we are celebrating all the Nigerians that did well. And those who are yet to actually get it done, we still have hope that they will do well. For Ademola Lookman, for Tobi Amusan being cleared by CAS, and also Team Nigeria performance at the CAA in Cameroon, including the under-19 women volleyball team. All of them our heroes and heroines for this week on the show Weekend Sport. Well, the big one is happening today over there in Lagos at Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Well, 4 teams will be locking horns for the women. Rivers Angels versus Nigeria Test of FCT, while Abia Warriors against another Warriors, El Kanemi this time around. They will be locking up by 4 p.m. Well, we'll be looking at that, focusing on President Federations Cup. The women first now, okay. Well, since you have the men there, let's talk about the men. Well, from the way it is, Abia Warriors will be playing against El Kanemi today. That's a big match that will be coming up by 4 p.m. And then we'll touch on the women. Joseph, the two Warriors, El Kanemi and Abia, they'll be facing off by 4 p.m. And the two teams actually did well getting to this final against all. No one saw that coming, even from round of 16, semi-final thereabout. No one believed that they would be able to make it. Although, looking at the fact that the likes of Kano Pillars were in that particular semi-finals, you believe that yes, they were burned out. The likes of Abia Warriors and El Kanemi getting to the final. So, for today's match, that's a huge one coming up between the two teams, and we are expecting at least a very fierce fight between El Kanemi and Abia Warriors.
Even against even among Warriors, they're the champion, right? So today we're going to discover who is the champion of the two Warriors. They were not supposed to be here on paper. They were not supposed to be here in this final. Both teams that, and if you look at the performance of the both teams, you probably want to think, okay, the one in the Premier League, in the top tier of football, is maybe more, or you could consider to be the ones who should win the game, right? But then it doesn't really replicate the whole story of how they get there. That happens because they got here because of resilience and against all odds. The El Kanemi Warriors, even the Abia Warriors themselves, they were not supposed to be here, but now they are here, and it's going to be a stiff competition. It's going to be a very, very tough game, and hopefully this time around we get their goals, because the Presidential Cup has been all about penalties now. I think against the semi-finals and a big part of the quarterfinal, which I as a football fan would love to see goals, right? So we hope that there will be goals today in the stadium, and may the best team win. But really, I wouldn't I wouldn't pick any side in this game, because the Presidential Cup has proven to be much more for prizes. A lot of things that you expect are supposed to be here are not the ones that are here. And it's a good year for these particular two teams now, especially for El Kanemi Warriors, for how they've done in the league and how far they have come in the President Cup. I think this is an opportunity for them to consolidate on what they have been getting and celebrate. And also, Abia Warriors, this is a chance for them to kind of salvage their season and have something more than just an ordinary league finish to celebrate. So we really look forward to this game and hope that we have the best kind of game to enjoy.
Well, we've been actually looking at the Federations Cup, focusing on it there. Abia Warriors tackle El Kanemi by 4 p.m. today over there at Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Is a big one between the two teams. They actually deserve to be there. They fought all hard from the round of 64 down to the two that will be facing off today. And now, when we're talking about the men, let's cross over to the women too, focusing on the President Federations Cup between Nigeria Tels and Rivers Angels. Another big match coming up here, even though the bookmakers are looking at Rivers Angels being the superior team that will win. But, football is just too dicey. You never can tell. The two coaches have been talking, White Ogbonda and Bankole Olowokere. The two coaches, Olowokere is the coach of Nigeria Tels from Abuja, and they are really, really trading tackles with their words. Well, by 1 p.m. today, they will lock horns. Who wins this battle between the Rivers Angels and Nigeria Tels? Rivers Angels had bottled out Delta Queens during their semi-final, and now they are battle ready to see how they will do. Well, the coach, White Ogbonda there, says they have the experience to defeat Nigeria Tels. To let you know that Rivers Angels, they won this trophy 8 times. And this is the first time that Nigeria Tels will be getting to the final. In fact, in 24 years, no team from the FCT has been able to smell getting to the final of this cup. So, what happens? What will happen today by 1 p.m.? Joseph.
This is a special game for Nigeria, for them to qualify to this final after so much history of Abuja team going to that place. I mean, this is a great opportunity for them, and you may want to think that they will give in their best. Actually, they will try to do that. When it comes to women football in this country, that South Africa has really been doing good. Rivers Angels, the same Delta Queens that were bundled out by the same Rivers Angels, the amount of success that has come to women football, female football, when it comes to the Nigeria has been awesome. But when it comes to South Africa, has been awesome. So they would want to, rely on that and maybe think that it's going to be easy for them to, bundle out the Nigeria. But this is football, like you said. Anything is possible. So on paper they are supposed to win it, but then we're going to watch and see what will happen. They have experience behind them, and they have a motivated coach also behind them who believes he has the experience and has done it before and can do it again. And of course, whatever he's saying is justified, right? Because football is very, very much all about history and experience. So it's really looking like it's an opportunity for them to win this trophy again and add to the number of the trophies that they have. But then you cannot just count out Nigeria Red Devils who are also motivated, seeing that this is the opportunity for them to win this trophy, having been here against all odds. They can also go ahead and win this particular game and win this trophy against all odds. So it's football; anything can happen.
Well, anything can happen in football. Nigeria tells versus Rivers Angels, Abia versus El Kanemi. Bigger match coming up today in Lagos. Well, from the way it is now, we just have to open the phone line for people to react to this. At least let's talk about our own league. It's not every time it's going to be foreign football. And now the final will be coming up today. Let's have the phone line on the screen. President Federations Cup, Abia Warriors versus El Kanemi. And we also have Rivers Angels versus Nigeria Tells. Well, while you were talking about that football is so unpredictable, you look at for Rivers Angels, Nigeria Tells, well, the President's Cup that actually have to do with Abia Warriors and El Kanemi, so that we can have it one and for all. That will be a big one because as it is now, for the two Warriors, El Kanemi, Abia Warriors, Nigeria Tells, Rivers Angels, who will win this battle today? The big one is the fact that whoever wins between Abia Warriors and El Kanemi will qualify for CAF Confederations Cup to join Eyimba in that particular CAF Interclub competition. So Nigerians can call in. Let's talk about this. Abia Warriors Academy, Nigeria Tells, Rivers Angels. Who wins? Who do you think will win those the two matches coming up today in Lagos? This is the oldest trophy when it comes to league football in Nigeria. Well, the phone line is there. Please, when you're calling in, tell us your name and where you are calling from, or stay away from your TV set, or turn down the volume of the TV set. Right now, back to you, Joseph. If you look at the antecedent of the two teams, Abia Warriors and El Kanemi defeated Kaibi United, while Abia Warriors bundled out the Kano Pillars on penalty. The two matches ended on penalty shootout, and at the end of the day, the two Warriors emerged victorious before the finals. From the way it is right now, are you also trying to see maybe it could be a penalty shootout today?
That can actually be a penalty shootout. Look at the competition, right from even the quarterfinals, a lot of penalty kicks happen. A lot of games that ended on with a stalemate and then that went to penalty. So the semi-finals, the same thing. Kano Pillars against Abia Warriors and KD United against El Kanemi was penalty. So the final also may end up becoming a penalty, especially looking at the fact that there is so much gap between the two contestants. The performance there is not exactly, apart. The two are kind of, of the same strength. You argue that yes, Academy is in the second tier of the division, while the Abia Warriors are on the first tier. But it doesn't really matter because if Academy were in the first tier with the performance they have given this year, they would probably be above Abia Warriors in the first year. So, they are kind of the same strength, and there would be a bit of,
Let's pick this call, then we'll come back to you, Joseph. Okay, so we have a caller there. Good to have you on the show. Hello, are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Okay, good to have you. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Jibo is my name. I'm calling from Yobe.
Okay, how is Yobe?
Fine, Yobe is fine. Former beat is one Northeast.
Okay, so today is the day. Abia Warriors Academy. Nigeria tells Rivers Angels. Where are you standing?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting match. There are going to be interesting matches to be played in the Federation of Cup final in Lagos. But the most aggravating thing is that we in Nigeria, we don't take our football so serious, because I don't see why a top match like the Federation Cup, the organizers cannot even fill it and make sure that yes, it is used live on telly, on TV, so that other people from other parts of the country can follow and watch the Federation's Cup.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us from Yobe there. Well, the big one is coming up today between those four teams, Nigeria tells Rivers Angels, and also Abia Warriors Academy. So let's have Abia Warriors Academy there too, at least people will understand what we are trying to do. We are mixing the two together, both Rivers Angels versus Nigeria tells. You can call in if you prefer the women football. If you want to talk about it too, or prefer to talk about the men, you're actually free to do that. Let's talk about the winners. Who will win this cup? For the men's own, any team that wins will be qualifying for the CAF Confederation, and for the women too. Nigeria tells are from the FCT. Rivers Angels, they won it 8 times, so you can see it's a battle against the experienced team. That has to do with Nigeria tells there. Well, the phone line is still open. Like I said, remember to stay away from your TV set or turn down the volume of your TV set while you tell us your name and location. Back to you, Joseph. You were actually commenting on this big one coming up today. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that the both teams are going to be conservative. They are going to be very, very careful. It's not going to be all attacking. They would want to study themselves and see that they don't, leave themselves open from behind and, get countered on. So it's going to be a very, very tight game. And it's likely that this particular game also ends up in a penalty. It's very, very likely. And I wouldn't want it as a fan, because I would love to see goals, happen. I would like to see excitement, exciting performances on both sides, with dazzling forwards and stuff, that football is all about. But we may not actually get that in this particular final, because it's going to be a very, very tight.
Okay, well, we're talking about the President Federation's Cup now, the one that doesn't have the full cost. Maybe that's the one we use for the men, so that we can see the phone number there. President Federation's Cup between the two teams, Abia Warriors Academy and also Nigeria tells versus Rivers Angels. Big match coming up today in Lagos. That match actually was earlier slated for Abuja at the MK Abiola Stadium before it was taken back to Lagos. A lot of people are like, what happened? What went wrong? Although we know that Lagos has been the birthplace, maybe I should use that word, where it has lasted for a very long time, and they've been playing the Federation's Cup there. But do you think moving away from Abuja back to Lagos, don't you think maybe it could, to some extent, spell some reactions?
Yeah, it's the kind of reaction that we are getting concerning that is actually justified. I wondered, why not Abuja? It's closer to the fans at Abia. It's also closer to the fans at El Kanemi, which is Medjugorje. So why take all the game and isolate it there for the fans of Lagos who do not have any team that is playing in the competition in order to go and cheer? So really, it's like, it's neutral. It's too neutral. It's too neutral for my liking. I would have expected that this game would be played in the Abuja Stadium. That way, there are opportunities for even non-football watching fans, I would say, or the kind of fans that will not go to the stadium on a good day to watch maybe the league game, will probably decide, okay, a team from my state is actually playing, and this is an opportunity for me to go, and do something with my weekend, and they probably go and watch. But this is not to take anything away from the fans in Lagos. They are football lovers. We all know that, and they probably will do justice to this game. We just hope that it turns out to be the kind of game that we expect it to be, hitch free, and also without any kind of poor officiating, that gives each of the team the equal opportunity for them to actually win this competition.
Talking about that particular match there, well, match is rather coming up today. Well, the President Federation's Cup, men's final, Abia Warriors, the one that doesn't have a full course, that's what we're looking at right now concerning these games that is coming up today. in Lagos, that's Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Well, a big one coming up between Abia Warriors and El Kanemi, and we also have the ladies, Nigeria Tales versus Rivers Angels, also coming up. Let's have that particular one there so that people can call in for the women's category of it. Well, these matches, a big one. We know that when it comes to football in Nigeria, attention has always been on the men's football, but this time around, it's tilting towards the women. At least that recognition is coming for them. And for FCT team Nigeria Tales, you might want to look at them that they are greenhorns in this competition, but they can actually spark up surprises against Rivers Angels. Their coach, Bankole Olowokere, says, well, they are not going to be a pushover. They will fight hard against Rivers Angels. Despite how they've won it 8 times, they will prove to them that they can do it. And that's something that will actually send a lot of reactions to the Rivers Angels, because they just have to be very careful not to underrate Nigeria Tales. Nigeria Tales Bonda Remo ladies are now they have at the final, and they will do everything possible to make sure they scoop this particular trophy, trying to see how they can break records for 24 years. No FCT team there. And for Rivers Angels, they also believe that they can do it. They have what it takes, according to their coach, White Ogbonda, that they have the experience and they are well prepared for the fact that they have been supported by Rivers State government, and they will do everything it takes to make sure they dislodge Nigeria Tales. There's been different words coming from them. The two teams are really trading words. But by 1 p.m. today, that particular talking tough will see action, and football is not played with mouth. Back to you, Joseph. For Rivers Angels, 8-time winner versus a new team, a new, at least I use the word greenhorn when it comes to this competition. Nigeria Tales being able to get to the final is going to be a match that, if you look at it, you want to tilt towards Rivers Angels, but outrightly, Nigeria Tales can shock them.
They can shock them. And it's, one thing to meet a foe, another thing to face a foe that is motivated. Nigerians are motivated. They are motivated. Their coach is motivated. Yeah, you could argue that the same thing goes for Rivers Angels. But, when you have won something a lot of times, you know how to do it. You can do it over and over again easily. The only enemy you would have at that point would be complacency. Now, if they, for a second, become complacent and expect that they will just come and have a ride over Nigeria, then there will be a problem for them. That will be their beginning of the end in this particular contest. But if they come out, cool-headed with a plan and enforce their plan, then of course they will win it in 9th time. But also, Nigeria will also have their plan. So it's all about who has a plan and who will execute his own plan better. So we're going to see a fantastic game. By God's grace, the game is going to be nice. And hopefully the best team will win. And I hope that as somebody who is a resident of Abuja, I'll hope that Nigeria will at least break the things and win it for the first time, so that Abuja people will have something to celebrate.
Okay, well, we've been talking concerning this particular games coming up today. Well, we'll be going on a short break to let you have a feel of Did You Know in Sport. By the time we return, we continue with the show. some fast and figure and historical moment there in the world of sport. They are on the show Weekend Sport on Trust TV. Good to have you back. And now we'll be looking at the matches coming up today in the President Federations Cup between 4 teams, El Kanemi versus Abia Warriors. We talked about Rivers Angels and Nigeria Tels earlier. Let's talk about the men football right now. Joseph, we know that the 2 teams are really, they fought hard and they are battle ready to make sure they do well today. They know what's at stake. Apart from the prize money, the slot to play at the CAF Confederation is in fact the enough juice that will make all of them rearing to get to win this particular competition, right?
Yeah, I do not know if Academy Warriors have ever been to any African competition. I don't have that record. I don't have that information. I do not have the same about Abia Warriors. So this is the big opportunity. I'm sure both of them are thinking the confederations. They're not exactly thinking the trophy and the prize money. What will be in their head is the challenge that will be for them ahead. What will be in their head is the excitement of the travels as a footballer. You want to go up, you beyond borders to go and play football. So I'm sure that is the main motivating factor. That's the X factor of this game. Is not the prize money for winning the Federation's Cup. Is not the trophy that you'll be given. It's not even the medal.
Well, a big one there, talking about the men's cup there, this Federation's Cup, talking about the men. Well, the phone line is still open. Let's get reaction from people to see which team did they support to win this competition. Well, for Abia Warriors and El Kanemi, both of them, they want to look at getting the slot to play at the CAF Confederations Cup to join Eyimba International. After all, Raymond Stars and Rivers United, rather, they've picked the, I beg your pardon, Rangers International. They've picked the CAF Champions League. For Eyimba, now waiting for the team that will be joining them for the CAF Confederation. Between Abia Warriors and El Kanemi Warriors, who will get it done today by 4 p.m. at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in Lagos. For Rivers Angels, well, it's a big one because they will also fight hard against a new team in the game that has to do with Nigeria Tels of Abuja, who also tries to see how they can win this competition. Well, we actually got a call from Yobe, who talked about the 2 matches coming up today. Well, Joseph has been with us, has given us details concerning all the activities there. We have a caller there. Good to have you on the show. Okay, while we're waiting for that caller to call back, I'm still talking about this competition. The 2 teams, like you said, the each that they want to play at the CAF Confederation is there because they want to really go out there and make some money. The CAF Interclub competition is far, very, very juicy because the money attached to it, the prize money, is huge. And now, Abia Warriors versus El Kanemi are really gunning for that. Not even the prize money from the organizer of the competition, but the fact that they will taste African competition across, at least moving around Africa, is an experience, is a big one because the players, the coaching crew, everybody will get that experience. And who knows, maybe they will actually do well. But it's a plus for the fact that we are having a team from NNL and a team from MPFL, although El Kanemi have been able to qualify for the MPFL to play the final. That's kind of a balance, it kind of, right?
Yes, very much balanced everything. The fact that, El Kanemi is coming to the MPFL, so it's almost considered as an MPFL club as well, just like Abia Warriors. What I would really want them to do, or have in mind at least, the management of these 2 teams, is to give a good representation in the Confederations Cup. Not just struggle, no, I want to be there, I want to be there. We don't just go there and make up numbers for Nigeria because it's important for us. We've not been doing quite well in those competitions recently. The Confederations Cup, the CAF, Africa CAF, and the CAF competition. We've not really done exactly well the past couple of years. So if they are going to, be a representative of Nigeria in this competition, they need to put it in the back of their mind that it's not just about the travel, the excitement that I'm going beyond Nigeria, to go and play football. Let it not be about that. Let it be about selling themselves as well as bringing glory to the country. I'm quite sure that at some level they will be given the support that they need, that they would need when they make it to that particular competition, but they have to first, so help them put it in their mindset that okay, if we make it to this competition, we are going there to represent Nigeria and actually try to win it, not just to make up numbers. And I hope also that, before this game or prior to this game later, now they don't have the Confederations Cup in their head. They need to first focus on this particular game that is for them. That is the hurdle to actually cross the league. So whoever gets to do that more gets to go to the Confederation Cup. They must not make this about the Confederation Cup, even though I know that they cannot help it, but they first have to face these games squarely and actually win it before they go to the Confederations Cup and try to do something. So they have to make it about this game. The players, especially, and the coach, it just have to be, this is the Federation Cup final. Let's win it. Forget about what will come after. Win this game first. Because if they make that one, if they make it about the what's ahead, then it becomes a distraction instead of a motivation.
Well, for the two teams, let the best team win, according to Joseph. Even though it seems network is not our friend this time around, all the calls have been coming in. Seems they are not supporting any team so far. Well, right now, let's quickly dash to Europe. Let's look at the Uefa Euro Championship. Our game will be starting today in the round of 16. We look at the round of 16 fixtures there quickly. Let's look at those matches that will be coming up. Well, for Switzerland, they'll be facing Italy. That's a match that will be coming up today. Germany, Denmark. That's two matches that will be up today. Switzerland, Italy, Germany, Denmark. On Sunday, England, Slovakia, Spain, Georgia. And on Monday, France, Belgium, Portugal, Slovenia. While Romania will battle Netherlands. While Turkey also face Austria. Those are the round of 16 teams that will be playing in this competition, UEFA Euro 2024. Well, let's look at the two matches coming up today. Switzerland, Italy, and Germany, Denmark. Joseph? For Switzerland, Italy, that's a match that you want to at least look at it on paper. Maybe you want to switch to Italy, but Switzerland can actually spin out surprises. And for Germany and Denmark, the same way it is for Italy, Switzerland. Banana peel, Germany needs to be very careful against Denmark.
You probably think that I'll tilt towards Italy, but no, I'd like to remind you something. A couple of years back, Italy did not make it to the quarterfinal, no, to the World Cup. Italy did not make it to the World Cup. Who was responsible? Switzerland was. And never forget that they are neighbors. They share a border. So there's a bit of rivalry between them already. It's going to be a fantastic game. This fashion of Italy really has not been the fashion that we know that struggled, during the group stage and link to the final and win the competition. A lot of people are, well, we may be assuming that okay, this is vintage Italy. Usually they would limp and then win the competition, but not this version. I mean, look at who they have in the lineup as their attackers, the ones that are supposed to bring goals for them. Not to underrate anybody, but players like Skamaka, they're not the best of the best strikers. You can't compare this Skamaka to strikers like Del Piero's and what have you. So basically, this is not that Italy that we all think they are. Oh, a lot of people are misjudging and thinking that look at how they qualified and made it to this particular stage already. It tells you the whole story. So really, I don't even think the Italians themselves, the fans, are actually expecting a lot from their squad this year. So I really am not tilting towards Italy to win this game. I look at Switzerland; they have been a worthy foe against Italy before. And considering the experience that they have in Shaka, Shakiri, and Mbolo, and players like that, and the amount of competition they put up against Germany, look at their performance. Germany couldn't beat them. So I bring all that and I combine it, and I feel it's going to be a very very difficult game for Italy. I do not think Italy will dominate this game. I absolutely would tilt towards Switzerland, even though I think the game is going to end up in a draw or maybe take us to the penalties or anything. But I would rather tilt towards Switzerland in this game. As for the second game between Germany and Denmark,
Joseph,
Germany.
Our time is up. We just have to go. I want to appreciate you for the time with us. Thank you so much. I just have to run right now. Thank you so much for joining us from Kaduna, Joseph Peter.
Thank you, Father.
Okay, well, you're actually talking about UEFA Euro, and before we go, Team Nigeria, that is in rugby now. Our Black Stallions. They will be participating at the Rugby Sevens over there in Mauritius. They are in Pool Pool A alongside Kenya, Mauritius, Madagascar, and Nigeria there. Well, they'll be playing today. They'll be playing 3 matches against Madagascar, Mauritius, and also Kenya. We wish them the best as they play rugby there for Team Nigeria. They call them the Black Stallions, wishing them the best in that competition. Well, that'll be it on the show. Weekend Sport. Abia Warriors Academy, 4 p.m. Nigeria tells Rivers Angels, 1 p.m. today over there in Lagos. They're the best team wins. And from us to you out there, I want to say have a splendid weekend. Adeni Aji Shafe. Thanks for watching.